Hello guys and welcome to Versant Virtual Practice Test. I actually get a lot of comments from candidates asking me to share resources where they can practice for the Versant test. But unfortunately, there isn't any platform available for the Versant test practice. And I know due to this issue, many candidates fail the Versant test because they have to take it without practice. So to address this issue, I've put in my heart into creating a virtual Versant practice test because I know how crucial it is for many of you to pass the test to move ahead in the interview process. So consider this video as your chance to practice and experience the real test before you actually sit for it. Guys, I guarantee that practicing Versant test with this video will not only boost your confidence but also increase your chances of clearing the test on your first attempt. Guys, before we dive into the actual practice test, let me share a few tips that will help you while taking this virtual test. Point number one, it's really important to create an actual test environment to make it feel like you're giving the live test. Point number two, make sure you use a good quality wired headset and sit in a quiet place to avoid distraction. Point number three, if the test feels like it's going too fast, you feel tired or you get interrupted, don't stop. Just try to refocus and keep moving forward to get through all the sections. Remember, once the real Versant test starts, you can't pause or stop it. This video is meant to feel you like you're taking the real test. So don't stop, keep going and try to complete the test and see how it feels. Point number four, and this is the most important one, there is no need to panic. Don't put yourself under any kind of pressure. If you miss out on something, just go back, rewind it, replay it, and try again. Practice a few times, and I'm sure you will feel much more comfortable once you're done with the complete test. All my good wishes are with you. Now let's start with the practice test. And yes, one last thing before we start. I've made a few changes to the test interface to avoid any copyright issues. So this test has 6 sections.
Part A. Reading. Please read the on-screen sentences as you are instructed. For example, a voice says,
Please read sentence number 3.
and you say,
My roommate hardly cleans the kitchen.
please read sentence 4. Now read sentence 7. Now read sentence 2. Now read sentence 8. Now read sentence 3. Now read sentence 6. Now read sentence 1. Now read sentence 5. Part B. Repeat sentences. Now please repeat each sentence that you hear. For example, a voice says,
He didn't realize how late it was.
and you say,
He didn't realize how late it was.
The other night, I had a flat tire while driving home from the office.
Finding a qualified hardware engineer has been challenging.
Michael's unpredictable behavior was a cause for concern.
The enthusiastic crowd cheered when the team scored the winning goal.
Today, she learned how to ask for the location of the post office.
To help him prepare for the trip, he's decided to learn Italian. Such a well-known musician will surely attract a large crowd.
Refusing to follow the rules may result in immediate suspension and a loss of pay.
The dark clouds in the sky signaled an approaching storm.
If you want to go out of town during the weekend, leave early to avoid the traffic.
The movie had an emotional ending that brought the audience to tears.
Butler knows how many seats need to be booked.
Luckily, a police officer stopped and helped me out.
She purchased some tapes to use during her long train ride to work. I bought the less expensive bicycle, but now regret my decision.
Ashley has great plans for a trip to Germany next spring.
Part C, Short Answer Questions. Now, please just give a short answer to the questions. For example, a voice says,
"Would you get water from a newspaper or a bottle?"
And you say,
"From a bottle." Or, "A bottle."
Board of directors were neutral about the proposal. Are they interested or indifferent?
Adam was happy to hear the news. Was he glad or unhappy?
Where is a stage typically found? In a theater or in a kitchen?
Is a drama meant to be serious or funny?
Alice is making sure her train is on time. Is she ignoring it or confirming it?
The waiter was careless and disrespected us. Was he rude or nice?
If you make a mistake while typing, should you correct it or transfer it?
What is the color of grass? Is it green or brown?
Among the options below, which one is a vehicle? A child, a bike, or a bed?
What is more likely to be found in the sea? A lobster or an airplane?
There are 50 females outside the building. Are they more or less than a dozen?
Samantha wants to make a confession. Is she going to tell a secret or a joke?
What is the main color of the sky on a clear day? Is it blue or red?
Which is typically found in a zoo, a lion or a car?
If you accidentally spill water on the floor, should you clean it up or drink it?
Jamie is preparing for her presentation. Is she reviewing it or having food?
The student forgot his homework. Was he prepared or unprepared?
What is the primary function of a refrigerator? Is it to cool or to heat?
There are 30 chairs in the room. Are there more or fewer than 20?
If you have a question about a topic, should you ask for clarification or sleep?
If someone is punctual, are they on time or late?
Michael is choosing a gift for a friend. Is he selecting it or ignoring it?
Is a novel typically longer or shorter than a short story?
Which of the following is a fruit? An apple, a shoe, or a book?
Part D, Sentence Builds. Now please rearrange the jumbled word groups into a sentence. For example, a voice says,
Was reading. His mother. Her favorite magazine.
And you say,
His mother was reading her favorite magazine.
Honest politicians need our society.
Remembers. David reading. That novel.
That he would come. As soon as possible, he said.
A single copy. Membership is much cheaper than buying.
Some guidelines. Decided to change the commission.
Either two. All of the courses are expensive or unavailable.
To go to the gym. Get up early. Jack would often.
Is with the students. A proficient swimming trainer. At all the time.
Was nowhere. The car instruction manual. To be found.
The party. Around 5. Starts.
Part E, Story Retelling. You will hear 3 simple stories. Each short story will be spoken once, followed by a beep. When you hear the beep, you will have 30 seconds to retell the story in English. Try to retell the story as much as you can, including the characters, action, situation, and ending. You will hear another beep after 30 seconds.
Alice couldn't find her books anywhere. She searched her room looking under the bed and inside her closet, but they were not there. She then checked the bench in the hall, but they weren't there either. Just as she was about to give up, the phone rang. It was her friend Anna, who mentioned that Alice had left her books in Anna's car when she drove her home.
Jimmy moved to the new city and was pleased that the traffic to and from the train station was always light. However, after several months, he noticed that the traffic suddenly became much heavier. Every day, it seemed like there were more cars on the road, and his travel time increased significantly. After several weeks of confusion, Jimmy realized that the heavy traffic was due to the fact that schools had started.
Gary is planning a surprise party for his friend Sean. Sean thinks that no one remembers his birthday. Gary will invite Sean over to work on a project for their math class. At the same time, Gary will secretly invite many of their friends to come over for the celebration. Instead of studying, they will surprise Sean with a party. Gary hopes this will make Sean's birthday special and memorable.
Part F, Open Questions. You will hear 2 questions related to your family life or personal choices. Each question will be repeated twice, followed by a beep. When you hear the beep, you will have 40 seconds to answer the question. You'll hear another beep after 40 seconds.
When visiting a new place, do you prefer having a guide show you around or do you like to explore on your own? Please explain your preference. When visiting a new place, do you prefer having a guide show you around or do you like to explore on your own? Please explain your preference.
If you had the option, would you prefer living in a large city or a small town? Please explain your choice. If you had the option, would you prefer living in a large city or a small town? Please explain your choice.
Guys, as I mentioned earlier, there are many different test sets of Versant Test. So if you leave a comment for me asking for more live test set videos, I will create and upload additional live test videos that you can use for practice. So leave your comment as practice test and I will do the needful. Guys, practice truly is the key here. The more you practice, the sharper you become. In today's competitive job market, where almost every company includes this test in their hiring process, can you really afford to take it lightly? Think about it. This could be the difference between getting a job offer or watching someone else take it. I've put in my time and effort to create this video, especially for those who are serious about their success. So if you really want to give yourself the best shot at acing your interview in first attempt, then go with a solid strategy and do not miss out on the opportunity to practice and prepare. Guys, just the final words. It takes a lot of hard work to create assessment masterclass videos like this one. And all I need in return is your support to grow this channel. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe to Hiring Guru Official to keep me motivated. I thank you for being such a lovely audience. You take care of yourself. Bye-bye now.